Ever wonder what fuels your day from the moment you wake up until you finally rest? What keeps you going all day? It's easy to think it's just your breakfast, that morning coffee, or those afternoon snacks that give you a boost. But it's so much more than that. Deep inside, far beyond what you can see or feel, your body is running a non-stop, incredibly complex process called metabolism. It's the silent workhorse that keeps you alive and functioning. To understand it better, think of your body as a car. Food is your fuel, the gasoline that powers everything you do. And metabolism is the engine, the intricate machinery that takes that fuel and turns it into the energy you need to live, breathe, and move. This engine never shuts down, it's constantly working, tirelessly performing its duties. It doesn't take breaks, not even when you sleep. Even as you dream, it's still humming along. It powers your heartbeat, keeping the blood flowing through your veins. It controls your breathing, allowing you to take in the oxygen you need. And it fuels your thinking, enabling you to process information and make decisions. It's responsible for every tiny action in your body, from wiggling your toes to blinking your eyes. Even when you're still, completely at rest, your metabolism is busy maintaining your body temperature, keeping you at the perfect level. It's constantly repairing tissues, healing wounds, and fighting off infections. And it's circulating blood, delivering vital nutrients and oxygen to every cell in your body. In fact, most of your energy is spent just keeping you alive, performing these essential functions. Surprisingly, a smaller portion of your energy expenditure comes from exercise. Metabolism is the sum of all the chemical reactions that work tirelessly to turn the food you eat into the life that you live. From running a race, pushing your body to its physical limits, to a cell dividing, replicating itself to create new life, metabolism powers it all, providing the energy for every process, big or small. It's a beautiful, intricate system, a masterpiece of biological engineering, always adapting and adjusting to keep you going, no matter what. It's the science of energy in action, a constant, dynamic process happening inside you, every second of every day. Your metabolism runs at different speeds, just like a car. The first is your basal metabolic rate, or BMR, your body's idling speed. BMR is the energy you use just to stay alive, breathing, circulating blood, keeping organs working. It makes up most of your daily calorie burn. Factors like age, size, and genetics affect your BMR. The second speed is your active metabolism, energy used when you move. Walking, climbing stairs, or even fidgeting all require extra energy. This is the part you control most. The more you move, the more you burn. Your total energy use is BMR plus your activity. There's also a small energy cost for digesting food, but BMR and activity are the big players. You can't stop your BMR, but you can choose how much you move. Let's zoom into your cells. Inside each cell are mitochondria, the real powerhouses. They take fuel from food and oxygen from your breath to make energy. This energy is stored in ATP, your body's energy currency. ATP is like a tiny battery. When a cell needs to work, it spends ATP for power. Used ATP becomes ADP, but mitochondria recharge it using more fuel. This cycle happens constantly, fueling everything you do. You eat and breathe to supply mitochondria with what they need. Without them, your body would run out of energy. Mitochondria are the unsung heroes powering every moment of your life. Metabolism is a delicate balance, a constant give and take within your body. It's not a static state, but rather a dynamic process that's always adjusting to your needs and environment. Think of it as a finely tuned engine, constantly working to keep you running smoothly, between two fundamental forces, breaking down, which we call catabolism, and building up, known as anabolism. These two processes are the yin and yang of your metabolic health. Catabolism is the demolition crew, breaking food into smaller parts like dismantling a complex structure to release energy. It's the process of taking larger molecules and breaking them down into smaller, more manageable units. This fuels your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, to make ATP, the energy currency of your body. Anabolism is the construction crew, using energy to build muscle, the process of synthesizing complex molecules from simpler ones, repair tissue, and store fuel for later, ensuring you have reserves for future needs. When you eat more than you need, anabolism stores the extra as fat or glycogen, acting as a reserve energy supply for times of scarcity or increased demand. These two processes are always in motion, shifting as your body needs, responding to signals from your hormones, your activity levels, and the food you consume. When you're active, catabolism leads. When you rest or recover, anabolism takes over. For example, lifting weights causes tiny muscle tears. catabolism, and rest repairs and builds them stronger, anabolism. This cycle lets your body adapt, grow, and heal, constantly striving for optimal function and resilience. A healthy metabolism keeps both sides in balance, ensuring that you have enough energy for your daily activities while also allowing for repair and growth. It's a dynamic dance, not a one-way street. That's how your body stays strong and ready for anything, adapting to challenges and maintaining its vitality. If metabolism is an orchestra, hormones are the conductors. Hormones are messengers that tell your cells when to speed up or slow down. The thyroid gland sets your metabolic pace with thyroid hormones. More thyroid hormone means a faster metabolism, less means slower. Insulin, from your pancreas, manages blood sugar after you eat. It helps cells use or store glucose for energy. Other hormones like cortisol and adrenaline adjust your metabolism in response to stress or sudden activity. This network keeps your metabolism flexible and responsive. Hormones ensure your body adapts to whatever life throws at you. They're the reason your metabolism is smart, not simple. We often think of muscles as the primary calorie burners in our body, and while they do contribute, especially during physical activity, they're not the whole story. The unsung heroes of metabolism are actually your organs. These vital structures are the real metabolic powerhouses, quietly working behind the scenes to keep you alive and functioning. And leading the charge is the liver, the busiest of all your internal organs. This remarkable organ is constantly at work, managing hundreds upon hundreds of complex chemical reactions every single minute. It's a non-stop biochemical factory. After you eat a meal, all those valuable nutrients don't just float around aimlessly. They're absorbed into the bloodstream and swiftly transported to the liver. The liver acts like a central processing unit, carefully analyzing each nutrient and deciding precisely how to use it, whether to convert it into energy, store it for later, or send it off to other parts of the body. It's involved in countless essential processes. The liver builds proteins, which are crucial for cell repair and growth. It diligently processes fats, ensuring they're used efficiently. And perhaps most importantly, it tirelessly detoxifies your blood, removing harmful substances and waste products. All this activity requires a significant amount of energy. The liver burns a huge amount of energy just doing its job, contributing substantially to your overall metabolic rate. In fact, most of your daily calories aren't burned through exercise or movement, but are instead consumed by your vital organs. Organs like the liver, but also the brain, which requires constant energy for thought and function, the heart, tirelessly pumping blood, and the kidneys, filtering waste. These organs are constantly working, just keeping you alive and functioning, even when you're resting or asleep. Of course, exercise is still incredibly important for overall health and well-being, but it's crucial to remember that it's only a relatively small part of your total calorie burn throughout the day. Your body is always burning energy, even when you're at complete rest, powering these essential functions. That's why focusing only on exercise as the sole determinant of calorie expenditure for burning calories can be misleading and can lead to a skewed understanding of how your body actually works. The real heroes in the calorie-burning game are your organs, tirelessly working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They keep your internal systems running smoothly and efficiently no matter what you're doing, ensuring your survival and well-being. Many people think metabolism is a simple switch you can turn up or down, but it's a complex network, not a single dial. Thin people don't always have faster metabolisms. Bigger bodies often burn more just to stay alive. Muscle burns more than fat, but metabolism is only one part of the weight puzzle. Metabolism doesn't crash overnight as you age. It changes gradually, often due to less muscle and activity. Staying active helps keep your metabolism healthy. Your metabolism adapts to your life, not the other way around. It's not your enemy, it's what keeps you alive. It doesn't turn off with bad foods or on with good ones. It's always working, always balancing. Understanding its complexity helps us move past myths. Metabolism isn't a switch, it's a symphony inside you.